So I decided to do economics because they told me if you do economics, you will have like a general overview. Then after you can specialize yourself into something that will lead in businesses. So I did economics, then after I did finance, and finally I got accepted to one of the top school and I did a master in business administration. Complete mindset about businesses. Then when I joined the family business, I was supposed to join the mother company, which was in Imexco. We deal mainly into beverage, into commodities. Most of the beverage that are famous that you know, and I'm sure you drink, NSC, so we are the official distributor of Ghana. Looked for opportunities because as a businessman, we don't like sometimes to be restricted to something. So we are open to explore. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So what is interesting about, my experience is that when you are into a business or you are an entrepreneur, it's very important for you to understand why you are doing what you are doing. In the beginning, frankly speaking, I was not motivated by money. I just saw a company that had potential. I felt it. I surrounded myself by people who were advising me. Then, little by little, the company started to do well. Meaning that it's important in whatever you choose. And when you are an entrepreneur, you don't really think of money in the beginning. The money will come after. The financial dimension is just for you to be able to make sure that you are not taking a wrong decision. And there is always a part of risk somewhere, because I remember very well in those days, a lot of people demotivated me to take this role because they were telling me why you are going to lose your time, But 80% of the people will tell you don't do it. Maybe 5, 10, 20% will tell you to do it. And eventually the 5, 10, 20 will be right. But at the end of the day, it's for you to assume your decision. When you take your decision, you have to assume your decision so that you don't regret whether it will fail or succeed. You don't regret your decision. An issue of trust. Because I felt that the company has potential, but nobody is believing in the company. So the workers, they were not challenging themselves. The directors were not proposing bold solutions that can transform the company. And the shareholder, which are not part of the day-to-day activity of the business, they were not also seeing the potential because nobody was telling them that this company can generate their money and can do well. So the lack of confidence, it's something that is something that we can see in any kind of entrepreneur journey. When you do something, whether it's in the company or outside the company, it's important for you to have confidence in yourself. And this confidence in yourself, you need to share it with your stakeholders, meaning your workers, your board, if you have partners, your partners, your external stakeholders, the bankers, the suppliers. So the lack of confidence is very important when you want to transform company. The second thing is to be aware about the company and to identify rapidly who are the people you are going to count on to develop this company. Because I came to a painting industry, I don't know nothing about it. But we entrepreneurs, we use common sense. So I have to rely on the qualified, specialized personnel in the company for them to be able to advise me what we can do, what we cannot do, so that I can maneuver and take the right decision for the company. So for instance, when I write, one of the things that immediately shocked me is that we had too many orders we can't supply. So someone will look at it negatively. But for me, it was a positive learning. This leads me to a second very important after the confidence is the attitude, positivity. When you embark the journey as an entrepreneur, you always need to be positive. I'm not saying that we should be optimistic and you should dream, but when things come to you, try to see them from a positive angle. Because when someone comes to me and tell me we have too many orders, we can't supply, someone will say, oh, it's a mess, it's negative. But I stay quiet and I say, no, deep down, this is something good. Because at least I have the orders. So I have to go backward and find out how can I supply the order. So this was my challenge the first weeks when I took over the company. So sometimes in your journey, you will see that you have a lot of negative difficulties coming to you. You need to try to adopt a mindset, a positive mindset, so that you can see in the negative how you can turn it to positive, or how can you relate it into a positive thing. So this was something I used a lot. And after, of course, when you have assessed the company, you have seen what is good, what is not good, you need also to know and to ask yourself, okay, now I know where I am. Where do I want to go? So you have to identify some road that will lead you to the paradise, I said, or something that will lead you to a better situation for the company, for the welfare of the company, for the workers, for the partners. And at this stage, this is where you put your plan. And today we are acting in not only packaging material, because here we print, we are going to show you after, once we finish, we'll show you the press, but we do packaging material. So we print labels, we print cardboards, and we print posters, we print commercials items. And now we also print textbook, we print exercise book, because with time we have added new lines of printing. Because once you reach a place where you see that the growth is not there anymore, you have to look for new areas. So this is also another important quality for any entrepreneur, to try always to find innovation, because keeping on doing the same thing one day, you have to reinvent yourself.